Hello. I'm just checking the bit rate. So it seems that I can't go over 2000. I think there's a built-in feature of Twitch now. So you can't push it higher than what it can do. Let me just quickly check the options again before I start. Okay, I'm not using dynamically change bitrate nor enable network optimization. My low bandwidth tonight is at least 7 meg, so there's no earthly reason that I'm dropping frame, but to have set the bitrate to 3000, 4000 is already like choking the feed, so I'm dropping it back to 2000. But the problem is, if there are scenes that has got a lot of foliage or grass on the ground, this is going to take a while before the texture kick in or the clarity kick in. That is the issue. But anyways, let's just launch the game. Today's game is... I can't even remember the name. Right, it's on screen now. It's called Wayback. So it is still in Playtest version. I sound like I'm a little bit unsure is because my recording setting has been changed. And I'm not used to hearing my own voice in my monitor like this. Right, how to interact with the world. Q is in spec 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, we only got 4 hotbars. Hold store item is 5, okay. E is the usual interact. I and P. So you can go inventory by either tab or I. Shift is sprint, crouch, the usual stuff. Space is jump. Huh, you can put items under arm. Okay, H is pretty helpful because it shows this key binding, so you can refer to it a lot of time. Rotational item by mouse wheel, right click. Stack items under arm for use. Okay, we'll have to learn about the mechanism. Resolution, borderless window, preset custom. Wow, we are all on Epic. Can you believe that? Sharpener, upscaler. Sound is okay. I'll have to watch my VOD and see if the sound is get out of hand. Otherwise, I have to tune down the volume for the recording of the mic on my PC side. I've done the expansion plugin, not expansion plugin, it's just the expansion filter. So to filter out the excessive amount of noise in this room, but it seems that some of them is still being brought through. Okay, let's go. Lucy, get to the weather tower. Alright. Are we losing? Are we loosey-goosey? Oh, there is a little bit of screen tearing. There is no VSync option, which is a bit shy, to be honest with you. This is one thing I can't stand right now. Okay, here's a steaming pot, so what do you want here? I have no water. Can I actually turn off this fucking thing? Yes, I do think so. Otherwise we are going to burn the house down, don't we? Box of matches. Oh, these are considered tinders. I fear that I have thrown out the water that was originally boiling in the pot. So this game being very new, you have to figure it out yourself. Okay, we got this item. We got some food, but is not going to last us for a long while. Sorry for burping. Okay. How do I use it? Interact is Q. Okay. What? I can't interact with the stovetop anymore. Okay. Now we are so full of stuff. Ah, I see. So we don't have enough clothing items and we already have over cucumber ourselves. Can I drop this shit, please? Yes. Alright. So this is our backpack. Coaster. Okay, why do I need a coaster right now? So we pick up the pot based on the hint. And we pick up the flintstone. Okay, so we have to determine what we want to bring over. Okay, I'm here, so these are the points of interest. So we might want to go north, but we don't have enough clothing item, do we? Now we got a jacket. Of course we don't have gloves, do we? Well, we are not in the house, so why turn on the Jenny, right? There is part of the house that is broken, which is here. So there might be a aspect about we need to repair this broken window to... This is definitely the workbench, isn't it? Ooh, can I drop shit in there? Not really. Holster item. Alright, let's go out in the wild. We might die anyways. Starting cabin has everything you need to start your adventure. There's a map and compass that will help you get to the weather tower. Maps found in cabins shows their position and rough location of other cabins. This is a systematic world with systems interact with each other. If your clothing gets wet in the rain, you get colder faster. You can forage for food and refill water from the river. The radio plays weather forecasts and music. You can load cassette by dragging item into player. There are more shelters than out of the map, 400-ish. The map is big, be prepared for your journey, so we just need to go. We don't hoard things as long as we got the basic items we go. We got a flint, so we can start fire. How do we use this? These are definitely tinders. Okay, so items that you can pick up, it will directly go into your backpack. If the backpack is full, then it will go into your hands. I want a radio though. Alright, let's go. Do we go across the river or not? How do we get the fudge down of here? Okay, we are just jumping. So north is here. We should go west. It's already raining a bit. And these are things on the floor of the forest that you can pick up. Okay. The moment I come out into the wild, start raining. Body temperature is about 35. I guess the red bar, actually the orange bar, is food. What the fudge is on? Okay, the thunder sounds a little bit horrible. And hydration is about 70%. What the fuck? Oh man. We are generally west, right? And we are going downhill. I don't know how large is the grid though. So one grid is about 400 meters. So we are just about 500 meters away from the next POI. What just tripped us is a boulder on the ground. Okay. And there is aspect of moving items around. to create space. Alright, our temperature is dropping fast. So okay, that was a hint. So those horrible thunders were to remind us that they are going to piss down. Okay. It is a man-made thing, or is it a natural thing? We are halfway through hypothermia. That's not cool. The game is rather loud though, but seems that ducking was working. We can't do jack about these. I don't think it is a good idea to start fire in the rain anyways. In perfect hindsight, it should have followed the river, because at least the river is trackable, right? And then you have a tangible idea of how 400 meters would feel like. Would feel like, not felt like. Guess we just have to keep going up, then we might just die from hypothermia. And what kind of an idiot did not take time to take the food? I am that kind of idiot. What is that thing in the background? That blue thing? Not blue thing, I mean, is it a house? Let's get out of the way. This is a hunting shack, maybe. Let's get out of the rain. They say that there is about 400 POIs. Tinder. Shoes, the usual shoes. Can of chili beans. We can't open that shit, can we? Can't even put the cooking pot in the back of the in the backpack. So what are we gonna do? It's raining pretty hard here. Shouldn't have put it in the backpack, doesn't it? Blank trumpet wet. So all these things, even if you carry it in your backpack, it'll just pick up on water. And we are shaking like mad. No matter what we do right now, it is just draining our temperature. Oh man, this is some disgusting food. We're getting food poisoning. A spoiled can of food. Why not? Eat some more spoiled food. Okay, so basically you just try and start a fire. And then we burn down the cabin. Shit. Where's the book on the fucking ground? I don't see shit, bros. We're gonna be dying soon. And you know what? You just randomly start a fire and you forgot that you could. Oh, fuck me dead. Seriously. Well, this first character is gonna die. So key learning experiences: if you want to start a fire on the ground, better put it in the interface of dropping in the ground rather than just dragging it out. Alright, so at least it is... Oh, it's still raining a bit. So there's nothing we can pick from the ground. Okay, this is a cardboard. There's one more try here. Why is it always... Right, I'm a little bit curious here. I'm standing right on top of my pile of shit. And then when I drop things on the ground, it is maybe a step away. Okay, now it is better. Oh no. You fucking shitting me. So if you got food poisoning, it's actually going to cost you more food. So don't eat Coke cans. And always check your food's condition. And before you set out, you better check your weather on your radio. Look at this, if something is wet, you can never start the fire. Alright, let's start a new character. It's so stupid to just... Oh fuck. I quitted the game entirely. Alright, let's launch again. What a weird experience. Hence it is a playtest, right? So, and they are saying that this game is going to enter early access. I'm not going to say some bad shit, but right now I don't think the QOL is early access worthy. Alright, let's start. Start again. Okay, we are at a comfortable 36 degrees of temperature. We are on. We have the Jenny, we have a light. Okay. Now, oh, so I've been picking up random shit in the backpack rather than... okay. Let's see what I did wrong. So this is the local areas, some picture of these, we need the map. Okay, we got a couple of POI here. So this only play tapes, okay? So radio may be somewhere else. Wow, are you... Okay. You fucking kidding me. So the pot, to save space, we may as well just give it in our hotbar. Nom 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 nom. Right, we need some tinders. Oh, this is the radio, isn't it? Okay. That is more like it. There is no broadcast whatsoever. Jesus Christ. Okay, we have these crumpled paper. I wonder if I do drop things, right? How does it... If I drop things on the ground, it is still being dropped in front of me. Okay. We have eaten a pack of crisps already. And this is raining, isn't it? Yep, it is. Guess we now have to examine our immediate environment. If you stand close enough to a source of coldness, like the broken window, you'll get the chill. Well, guess we don't have much to do apart from waiting the storm out. I guess the fridge serves as preserving your game that you hunt, but right now I don't think we have any capacity to hunt. So we don't even have much need to bring the things that can be wet out there. Okay, that is a start. In case we will travel a long distance, we'll pick up these cans. What about the falls that it does not pick up any water? Alrighty. Let's just practice on starting a fire, but try not to set everything on fire. That's the target. To be honest, I expect when you pick up like tinders or books, right, you can just shred them, but right now you can't do jack about the book in case in terms of reducing them into tinders. Okay, how is the fire gonna go? Let's try this then. Can I swap you with the compass, please? Yes, thank you. So if things are dry, it is just going to burn quite a while. Alright, if we have a okay, the fire just spread. But so far, the tinder is not capable of spreading to burn the whole hunting cabin down. And if you pick up a cardboard box, Jesus, I can't speak today, then you get a piece of cardboard. And now the flame is going down. It can rise your temperature quite nicely, but you do need to have a lock to keep the fire going. Alright. I'm gonna get some wet log. Fuck. Right now it is worth it to go out there, get wet, and get cold. Oh, come on. How much space do you need, you piece of shit? This fucking wood is too long for my backpack. What about these twigs? What? Okay. Does it just get drier? It does not get drier, does it? Let's see if it catch fires or not. We're a little bit overheated. In the time that we set the stick on the ground, it does dry out. And the animation shows that it's burning, which is good. So all I need is to pick more and more log until we have got a good stockpile. Keep the fire burning. Without a good backpack, we are very limited in terms of what kind of wood we can have. And we have to remember the length of the piece of wood to keep an eye on. Okay, these are too long, we can't pick it up. That kind of shit. So we are at the foraging stage, and I guess the game is going to force us to collect things for drying and such. Is this one dry? Yeah, it is. Okay, we'll keep collecting things. We even have a pot in there. Jesus. Alright. We also need to take care of our water needs. So it's time to consult our map. We go due north and we should be able to find a river. So we are already in the kind of evening time, late in the afternoon per se. Where are we? Is it frozen river? It might be. Okay, they have coded in the sluggishness when you walk on muddy terrains. Can you use the pot on muddy terrain? You can't. And technically we have water underneath our feet, but it does not work that way. Okay, so we have to find an alternative way. And we have to come back to the cabin before it's too late in the evening when we can't see shit. Lovely. Okay, we finally got a water. Don't get too wet though. Okay, what do I do here? I mean, if you want to flint things, right, you do this. And if you want to read the map, you do this. And what if I want to use a cooking pot to get water? Shit. Then I can't get water by the cooking pot. Oh shit, let's try bucket then. Oh, come on, man. I got a fucking bucket. I'm next to water. And bucket is soaked, but it is not picking up water. Oh, fuck me dead. Okay, we didn't see the cabin in cabin's light, so at least it is a good start. I mean, there's not much point of playing this playtest if there is no way to... Oh shit. There's a fucking button called interact, isn't it? Now where is the bloody river? Shitting fuck. There's an interaction button. So I'm going to pick up the cooking pot. Or the bucket and then do the interaction with it, or at least try the E button and see how it goes. Now it's getting worse. Would you kindly just go over, please? Thank you very fucking much. Yes? You either drop it I tried the left click, I tried the E button, I tried the Q button. Let's go for look around, space, put underarm. You can forage food and refill water from the river. No shit. How? Now, they say it in the screen, right? You can forage for food and refill water from the river. What the fuck? Oh, now I discover something. R is dropping, but if you hold R, you place. So let's try a few more times on using the Q or the E to get the water. Otherwise, we are fucked. Are you shitting me? You have to hold the E button? What does this spinner mean? Come on. Oh, fuck me ragging. Okay. Can I hold some button and see how it works? It doesn't do jack, does it? I'm crouching down already. And in the water, you can't do any actions. Okay, I'm heading back. I mean, how can they put out a game that you're supposed to get water, but... Okay, at least you can drink water directly from the river. That now I notice. So that is not too bad. You can go to the water then directly drink it. So I'm going to make this daily trip to get water. But there's no container, you can put things on boil. Let's dry ourselves in the house here. So it seems that you really need to have a big piece of wood. Then I wonder if I could hold the interaction button to break larger pieces to smaller pieces. Let's try this. Ah, turns out that you can't. You don't see the station seeker moving anywhere. Look at this bollocks. Alright, I'm going to eat. Wow, a tin can only rise so much. In terms of calories. Okay, fine. Or at least you can directly interact with the river to get water, so I'm just going to plop down the cooking pot. Or at least I'm going to hold the bucket and hold R. Oh man, you can place this. Very nice. That is a discovery here, at least. What the fudge? Oh my god. Nature is not so nice, is it? Let's pick up the tinder before it went too dry. I mean, too wet. This place is falling apart. Can you believe that? The books and the twigs just burn so quickly. Okay, it's time to consult the map for a bit. So there are two points of interest towards the west across the river. We can't stay here for long anyways. Oh. So if there is a cooking pot on the stove and you hold the interaction button, you can decide how to cook things. Alright. We need to go. Right, southwest it is. The rain has made the ground soggy. That is an interesting mechanism. It needs food. Can I forage it? West and southwest. We went through the first night, but it's not going to be easy. Let's find the river first. Find food along the river, they say. So the way to get back to the cabin is very likely to rely on finding the river. We've done a bit of west and then we are heading south. So this is one of the POIs. You gotta find things that we can use, bring it back to our base. Okay, this is a fucking candle. And it is like taking so much space. How does it work? How does it work, dudes? Now let's start a fire. Nuts? Salty nuts? Who put nuts in a drawer? Actually, who put nuts in a wardrobe? That is the question. Right, these are all fucking wet. So let's burn a few books. Oh, spam. Okay. Now what the fuck is this that requires so much space? The space that is required by this thing is redonkulous. What the heck is this? Alright. Am I supposed to... Does this backpack have a larger space here? I don't know. I don't want to figure it out. Okay, there's a bloody cassette. Okay, we've got a funky head. Spoiled can of food. We need cooking it, otherwise we're going to shit ourselves silly. Which I totally forgot. That's why I'm paying the price now. And this burned already? Oh my word. Okay, fuck it. School backpack. So I thought about holding the button. And it pays to try that because the backpack we have is so small. Okay, the mechanism about switching backpack is not very nice for me, but at least it works for now. Okay, I haven't seen a river yet, so if this point of interest is actually one of these of the southwest, then there should be one around. But anyways, we should be looking out for the river. Right, this game takes a lot of time to learn, I would think. Okay, it is not worth coming over here. Does the map actually show where things are actually foggy? Or not foggy, I mean muddy. Does not look that way. And the radio does jack. And how the heck are we supposed to find a way back to the cabin? So we need to find the river. And the river is so close to the cabin. Do you want to trust the black trumpet is a proper food? I don't. Even if it is a food, right, you still need to cook it, I believe. Okay, we have finished with our food poisoning. So the early stage of the game is you have to forage for food, most likely the mushrooms. And then whenever you find canned food, most likely they're spoiled. So you got to cook it on a valid cooking pot. And the cooking pot so far is powered by your first cabin's running generator. So let's do a quick experiment. I'm cooking these spams and it is about to rain again. I mean, this is pretty hardcore in terms of survival because like there is no hand holding. You have to discover things for yourself. Oh, nice. Cooking it increases the calorie. And there is a time for it to be fully cooked as well. So when the calorie values rises to the highest value, it means it is done. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out for the black trumpets then, because they are in the wild. You can just grab crap tons because they only take what, 6 grits? 6 grits in your backpack. And there is a sort button. Holy shit, that's direct transfer of everything into the ground. Alright, so he seems to be grasping the idea of a little bit of a survival, but dude, this place, this bloody place, it does not have a sleepable area. Don't forget to turn off your stove after using it. Okay, so this is second night of survival. You can even see that the light is being blown because the roof is fucked up right now. I wonder if I could charter my areas. After I've encountered it, if I cannot charter it, what's the whole point? I can't fully just remember shit, can I? This is entirely a different map. So water is blue, grassland is yellow, and forest is green. So far we haven't seen a forest. Why does it always have to rain so hard, man? Okay, you can actually drag things to combine them. Okay, there is some weirdly weird music to accompany us in this rain. Man, I can't do jack. It is just raining hard out there. Okay, then let's check our map situation. But I should be able to find a way to cross the river, otherwise I can't go anywhere else, even though this is a good place to stay. And tomorrow we need to find water as well as to find quite a lot of mushroom. So far the school backpack is more insulating in terms of the wetness. I'll go northeast and see how far I can go, and the plan is along the way we have to find a lot of mushrooms. Of course the torch is going to be very valuable. Oh, I see a hammer there. They did give us a hint, right? Stack items underarm for use secret hammer with planks underarm to attach. So we can rebuild this place. Ah. So how do we know if we have stacked certain items under our armpit, right? Let's try this mechanism out while we're waiting for the morning. Wow, that is a big hammer you got there, buddy. So we should plank up this window. I'm going to put these things into the trunk because I don't need it right now. There we go. These are our treasure chest. I guess it can keep the things dry as well. Is it done raining? Right, I am kind of done with the music here. Really? Do you fucking turn it off? Okay, now we're talking. This is counted as a plank, right? Okay, let's put it into... Oh, these are the locks, man. Underarm, yes. This one also underarm. I have to consult this again. Stack items underarm for use. Equip hammer and planks underarm to attach. Oh, with planks underarm to attach. Okay, shit. Okay, underarm. Oh my word. Okay, this is not supposed to be happening. We have just broken the house a little bit further. Fuck me that. Or at least we can pick up a long of wood here. Let's not worry too much about it. Let's just go forage. And compass here. Jesus Christ, this is a weird game, but it's not too bad. It just takes a lot of getting used to. Now we should keep an eye out for the shrooms on the ground. We should follow the river area. Just follow the river. So the rotten beach log is not what we should be using. We need to find something called a plank. Could drink more, bud. So there is also a little bit of randomness about how much water you take in every time you attempt to hydrate yourself. The way that we drank the beer and the bottle just magically disappeared tells us that we can't use the beer bottle as the container. Now if I keep jumping on top of these rocks, I run the risk of missing something. I've been going northeast for some time. No, I want the fucking map, not the fucking cassette player. Okay, somewhere along the river there is a point of interest, but we haven't yet found a way to cross the river. Let's keep the river to our left hand side and forage for the moment. We gotta watch out of our body temperature as well. Okay, we got hunting cabinet, not cabinet. I wish there was a way to mark locations on the map. What in the shit just happened? We went northwest and suddenly we discover a cabin, so we are heading in a southeast direction. Okay, so I have some general idea where it is, but can't trust myself. $100 later. We don't have any means to siphon the fuel. Okay, this is a school backpack, another one. Good to know we have a secondary option for this house. Could you please get to this? Yes, thank you very much. We have to check on the Jenny when we get back to see the 2 days of usage of the Jenny, how much fuel has been used up. Oh my god. Okay, same capacity of a school backpack. I have to hobble up the stairs. Okay, fine. This place has seen better days, may I say. Right, let's keep foraging. Where's the position of the sun? We may have to come back here if we accidentally surprise ourselves. Oh fuck, it's hailing, doesn't it? Jesus Christ. What have we gotten ourselves into? It's bad. Okay, we have to find shelter. Could you fucking kindly jump out of the muddy shit? You can't waste the tinders, so... Let's go cook some food first. Right, I feel like I somehow fucked up. Can I keep cooking this? Shit, you have to watch how you cook it, otherwise you drop the nutritious value. Okay, that last piece of food we had were undercooked. And we got food poisoning. So it's always better to just cook things a little bit too long and you take it off the stove when you start to see the calorie value to drop. Because at least that would confirm that you have killed off all the germs in the food. That one is good. But the last attempt, the first attempt we had was shite. Can't pick up the fucking plank, man. There is... Is there a trunk anywhere that we can put our shit in, or we are just going to drop shit? It's not fucking cool. Okay, you use the mouse wheel to roll things. Fine. I can't even put things under my arm, not the plank. So unless you get a bigger backpack, maybe something that can link up to this lower part here, you can't start repairing your cabin. So okay, I can see what the game is trying to do to me now. You need to find a good enough... Fuck me dead. Could you get up to the attic, please? Alright. Jesus fudge. What? Oh, fuck me dead. Can my fire building skill be so shite? Let's test that theory. So when you have the tinder being covered by other fire sources, it is harder for it to catch fire. Okay, at least we can warm ourselves a little bit. I wonder how the wood is going to be cure as like proper firewood. That is the question. We got to find some better containers so that we can pick up planks. What does it mean? What does this fucking thing mean? Okay, I can pick it up, so... Okay, so these are intels. If you look at some item and you hold a Q, you will know how many grids it takes. So what we just saw was the plank is just way too long. We don't have any mean to pick it up or store it, let alone to put it under our arm to try to attach to the broken plays. Okay, we'll wait for the drying and we'll try to hammer the shit out of the plank and see what happens. The typical human behavior, right? Hammer the shit out of things. There's no interaction by trying to smash. Is it shorter? Doesn't look like it. It's still very fucking long. Right, let's plan for tomorrow's adventure. We are out of the range of the tower. This time it does not even pick up any noise at all. So maybe the radio is also a ranging device as well. It tells you that you may be close to a source that it can broadcast weather forecast. So we shall also keep in mind how to triangulate that location. So where we start, we can at least hear some signals. But now we are closer to... Maybe from the bottom is a 4-2 grid, right? And we find this cabin and it is already out of range. So what's the plan? We have to head back somewhere. We have to go find some mushrooms along the way. And in the hope of trying to find a radio station, I think we should keep going west. But the problem is, we haven't found a way to cross the river just yet. So do we cross the river? What are the chances of finding a bridge to cross the river? Right, we are warm enough. In fact, we are kinda too hot. Are we done yet? Are we done with this depressing night? Mug. Okay, I'm just gonna drop it. You know what? Shit, our original cabin was about to run out of juice because we haven't turned off the fucking thing. Okay, which means that we really have to go move on somewhere. I mean, as long as it is not raining just yet, you should still be out there finding food. Now we are hiking along the riverbank. This game is not easy because it's always going to be raining or sometimes hailing. And you'll be wet, you need to find a shelter, and then you need to find some dry wood to start a fire. And you must move on because if you keep going back to the same cabin, the cabin's generator is going to be run out of fuel, especially if you use it to cook things. So maybe people should need to learn how to build a fire in the heath instead of using the electric cooker. I don't see no crossing along this river. At least there is no wildlife to fuck me over. Okay, what do I have here? I just saw a green thing. Don't see no crossing. There is no cabins or any structures to our right. They say that this map is 64 square kilometers, so if it is a square layout of the map, that's 8 kilometers each way. There's a lot of tracking. There are about 400 points of interest. So there should be a lot of places that we will stumble upon. But we so far we don't see enough. The raining doesn't help with the visibility. The river and this bank doesn't help either. Possibly is a little bit too far back from the last cabin. What is a single stove left in the wild doing here? This is the widest part of the river. Can I actually walk over? Let's see. It's muddy. You die of hunger. Okay, fair enough. Calories negative 2,000. 187, hydration level 1.3 liter, body temperature, weather type thunderstorm, distance to closest shelter. Fuck. So this is like waving it in your mind, in your face, right? Haha, you could have found it, but you did not. Alright, let's try again. I think this game has something interesting, but the lack of ability to mark things on your map is just going to make things really difficult. Because there might be places that you know you can come back later to grab things, right? But then if you lose your way and there's no landmark, then how are you going to find your way? Okay, so far the starting cabin is pretty good. The roof is still intact, at least. Great day, we already have raining going on. Okay, we can use the plank to somehow... Oh, we are spawning over water. Okay, interesting. Right on the river. Northeast is the way to go. So this is a model of how our fire should be started. I guess ideally is with two pieces of log. Muddy ground, okay. Northwest. Sorry, northeast is where I meant to go. The shallow mud flat here. This game is mocking us. Ha 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 ha, you want to get to the shower door, but you have to like wade through this fucking shitty mud. I think there is a better balance to be had for how the mud works. What the heck was that little thing that we pick up? The faucet is dry. We have quite enough food to cook right now. Okay, let's set up the food first. is already well cooked. How could that be? Oh, you So the stove, actually the switch correspond to different stove head. So I messed up the cooking again. What a waste of time and effort here. I thought I was mixing the tuner with the old trumpet, but it did not work that way. Now my character is going to bitch about shitting herself. Okay, this is as far as it can be cooked. Are you going to shit your pants, Lucy? Dog food. Okay. Now this proves it. If you add them together and it is getting to this large size, then it's gonna be rich in calories. At least this time on the calorie front we are getting better. Alright, this is cooked. The cabin just got damaged from the elements out there. I thought I'd pick up this flint. Fuck. I'm in trouble, am I? Am I not? How did I forget to pick up the flint? How could it be fucking possible? Now there is no way for me to start the fucking fire, and I have no choice but to head back. which means that is going to waste the food. But one thing good is we can follow the river back to the starting location. We are in just that shitty muddy area. Would you kindly move faster, you bastard? What? You could slide on the ground? Oh, Jesus Christ, they need to work on the mud here. It's just taking way too fucking long. And if the map is indeed this fucking large as you claim, right, it is not gonna be fun. No. Why did I get poisoned? It's not like I was eating that thing out of the ground, right? What the fuck, bros? There are some elements of this game is unfathomable right now. This is such a weird stream. Right, tomorrow maybe I'm going to play Beneath the demo, but right now for the rest of the night I'm still going to play this and see how it goes. But right now we have to go find the flint, otherwise we can start fire. We're definitely gonna be deadened. Oh fuck, have we... Right, let's not worry about it. It feels like I have turned off the stove, but I can't confirm. So each food item has a little bit delay in terms of how fast they can get to the cooked state. For the mushrooms, because you can pick it off the ground quite easily, so it takes a little bit longer for it to start to cook, and it is easy to overcook them as well. Alright, we're back on our journey, but not too happy about my progress. I thought you could directly just drink from the water, so this part of the map where the house was built on top of the water is not counted as a water block. Okay. Alright. And when you have the light on, then it is just very hard to see the direction on your compass. Because of the light is shining directly on the tritium marking of the compass. It's almost like the Lucy has got a permanent dildo stuck up her for the longest part of the game. She's not surviving, she's enjoying herself. I mean, this is pretty nice to hear the echo, as the sound is bouncing between the rocks. However, in terms of like repairing the cabin, I don't think even with a largest backpack you can have, there's no way to just pick up a plank, I suppose, because you have to put it underneath your arm, right? Unless you can just directly look at the plank and put it underneath your arm. I tried to use the button 5. Button 5 is... oh. Button 5 is holster, so... oh, fuck me, that F is stacking. Oh, okay. Got it wrong. Could you please get out of the mud and start running? We also need to find more, well, a better backpack. At least the school backpack is better than the shitty dry bag we have right now. There's no wildlife. But perhaps it is better to not have wildlife because... ooh, we have mosses. Let's eat a big pot of food. That's more like it. What kind of a sorting system is that? Now I can't... Game, what kind of shit are you pulling? Old man's beer. I guess it can be used as a fire starter. These bloody birds are loud. Now can I peel off some barks of these trees to use as tinders? I don't see anything about that. We got steer to the east. We have never crossed the river. Our camp is that way, but is getting farther and farther away. We may have food for another day, and we are lucky that we haven't been. It hasn't been raining for some time. But it would be nice to find a shelter. What is this? Blackberry. Yum yum. So we have to remember these. Ooh, so these are berries. We've discovered 3 things today. Actually, 4 things. There are 2 types of shrooms. There's the old man's beard. And this black trumpet. I like it so far, so you don't have to feel like you're obliged to stick to your cabin, your starting cabin, because the field is definitely going to run out. And if you find shrubs, you should start foraging shit. Such as these berries. Right, I'm not going to eat them just yet. Try to cook them. Lack of large backpack is the pain in the butt. Now, where are we facing so that we have the river ahead of us? We're doing south. Interesting. I don't believe we have gone so far to the northwest. Northeast actually, to have crossed the river. Now south of it, this is the river. But you have seen that there are lands that are muddy, so practically we could have crossed the riverbed without knowing. To our south is a prominent river. And we are heading east. Which part of a river that parallels to east? We might be in a grid where a lot of KPIs cluster in the southwest part. But if it is the case, then we should be seeing branches of the river. And going northeast in the river is south of us. Yeah, we must have crossed the river somewhere. Hey, what's up? Farad, I'm just getting so confused about this game. This is a playtest version. But welcome to the chat. This is a wilderness survival kind of deal. Yeah. Trying to work out my bearings. Somehow I cross a river and now I'm in the wilderness. Not so much about building, you go from place to place to find resources so that you can keep pushing further. And the main goal is simply just... Let me show you the map here. Which is an item that you have to use some item space for. So we start from where you are here, the marker which is next to a river. And I'm going northeast for some time. And somehow I managed to cross the river, because part of the river is basically a muddy shallow. And if you look at the top right hand side of the map, there's the goal here. This is our target. So I guess you have to learn enough about the map to know the landmarks and know your bearings. And you have to have a kind of good internal distance registration to know how far you have been. Otherwise you just don't know where you are, because the landmarks are so few and far between. I think I guess the only landmark you can have is just to keep looking up and see where the tower is. Maybe there is also a secondary way of finding your way, because in the game you could get the radio, and the radio is only operable when you're within the broadcasting distance. So I think it's not so much about using landmarks to find your way, is more like using the radio to triangulate your way to safety. So this game, this map, every time you die or every time you restart a map, they reset the randomly generated map. And it is 64 square kilometer, so it is a large area. I've worked out so far that you have to find a bigger backpack so that you can hold on to more information, not more information, but more items. And sometimes you might want to set up camp around a certain cabins, because the wilderness is brutal. They hail, it rains, and if you are like hypothermic, then you die. And of course, if you have the hunger meter that goes to 0, you also die. Yeah, every time you restart your attempt to find your exit to your salvation, the map regenerates, randomly generated. So no two experience is the same. And of course, there is some RNG with the what's it called, with the weather pattern, weather system as well. So right now I'm at risk of hypothermia. My body temperature is 31.5 and it is dropping rather fast. And in the wilderness, without tinder, you can't start a fire even if you have splints. So I'm kind of locked out, really. I'm locked in the danger zone of not having ways to increase my body temperature, even though my food is pretty cool right now. Can I pick these things up? Nope, I can't interact with these willows. I suppose they are willows. I think if you know you have found a favorable cabin or areas, you would want to stay around there for some time to forage, to stage your next move, as in get some, what's it called, the mushrooms, and get cooking and get the food stored. But then the cabin will run out of fuels for the Jenny anyways. It forces you to move, as well as the weather system is going to fuck up your cabin, and you'll have to work out how to repair your cabin if you want to stay there for long. Now you can see me shivering, right? Ease that crossed the river. I don't even know which part I am. So right now I'm suffering from hypothermia, and you might witness me dying for the third time in this game. And of course your clothes will get wet. Well, challenging. So you have to figure out all the natural resources you can have. And you have to figure out on the ground, like mushrooms you can pick. It's just learned by walking through the woods, really. There are some ferns, but it is easily mistaken with the blueberry shrubs. And there will be omen's beard. I suppose it is for poisoning, or you can also use it as a tinder. But you have to know your limits, because you should get into a natural rhythm of knowing when you are getting too wet to go on. Getting too wet, you are going to drop your body temperature. And of course you need the torch to find your way around. So far I haven't seen a cabin ever since I have last left my cabin. And you have to manage your water usage and food. So far there's not much to show because I still haven't found a cabin. But right now it's just outdoor trekking. Try not to get too cold. You may see me dying from hypothermia. How's it going for you? I haven't talked to you for a few days. I struggle to stream because I've got a lot of housework to do. This Saturday in the afternoon there's a tea expo which I intend to go to, and in the evening the electrician is gonna come over to look at the wiring in the house and the shower head. So it's gonna be quite a bit going on, and then I'll be streaming 7 Days to Die. I meant to stream for the last 2 days, but as I said, lots of housework, can't do much. I hope that you are going to your vacation soon and get to enjoy a few weeks off, as you mentioned. The video is not too blurry, right? One thing I'm concerned is there are so many foliage in the area. It can start to get a bit blurry in the stream. Dude, this game, sometimes you get some POI one after another within maybe 300 meters. But then you could just trek through the big swath of wood without finding anything. Going northeast still. And the river is to my left. Northeast river to my left. We are in a mountainy area. So we are in the wood, possibly in the third row down and the fourth grid from the left. And this is some remnant of some old building that has already been broken down. Oh, we found a place, but it is only a hunting cabinet. Nice. There is a cassette to alleviate the mood, but doesn't really matter. There's another cassette. You could pick up a cassette player, but is not for what's it called? It's not for the amateurs really, because you have limited amount of space. We slip in some dry clothes, but there is no way to start a fire. There is no tinder. I can't move the chair, I can't break down the chair. These cassettes can be put in a cassette player. I don't believe it is a POI that we can interact. That hunting cabin is useless. Does not even have a heath in there, so we can't start a fire. No shrooms off the ground. But even there are shrooms, we can cook it. Okay, I'll have to eat this one here. So black trumpet is safe to eat. Blueberry, blackberries of course also safe to eat, but I haven't tried to cook it yet. And you have to watch out your cooking because you can see the calorie values rise when you cook these things in a cooking pot. But if you overcooked it, your calorie is going to drop sharply. So you can't just throw it on the stove and hope for the best. You have to keep an eye on your cooking. Right. From experience, you would know these are short enough branches, but they have been soaking in the water out in the wild. So you can't start a fire with that. Ooh, we find something. I'm glad that you can see I reach a cabin before I die. So this is one of the POI in the wood. I guess we are, as I said before, on top of the wooded area, which is about the third row from the bottom and maybe the 4 or 5th grid from the left. Let's get in there. Right, before we do this, I also want to try put things underneath my... Ooh, I could actually. Now I discover some newer things. Right, there is an interesting mechanism. Ah, fuck, I am... Yep. Yes, right now I'm a little bit too cold, but I have this fucking thing underneath my armpit. I'm trapped, really. Because I have to remove the flint somehow, but I can't. Fuck. Okay, now I can. Right, I want to... it's more like a shelter system. You can see that, right? So in case you want to make your base in this area, and then the storm is fucked up your window, so you don't have good enough of insulation, or they can actually, the hailstorms and the rainstorms can dismantle your roof. Is it? I haven't played Tarkov, man. I want to try, but yeah, I should look into that. This cabin doesn't have any cooking implement. It does, but it does not have a cooking pot, so sucks to be me. I can't cook, unfortunately. Who puts a cassette in the fridge? Crazy fucker. Right, I'll have to rummage around things to find perhaps a cooking pot somewhere. Yep, so there is the first and hunger. Yeah, not all cabins has the cooking pot there. Oh, I got food poisoning now because I did not check the status of the drink. I usually assume that the canned drinks are good enough to drink. Okay, that was my problem. Then there... Yep, indeed. I'm going to drop these on the ground, or actually eat the blueberries, because I can't cook. I need to start a fire, Jesus Christ, I'm so slow with this shit. I also discover in this stream here, you got to strategically place your kindling. Could you drop this please, bitch? Yes, thank you very much. I can't see shit. Okay, let's get the flint going. This thing is going to burn through so quickly. So I gotta be fast about how I start the fire. You can be very imprecise in terms of dropping things. But you can see how badly it is, right? There is no aim per se. Oh my god. Right, the fire is going to get finished very quickly. And I just pick up a bucket. Why do Okay. Oh, dude. Fuck. Okay. Cabins usually have, yep, get the bucket burning. Okay, that is better. I can't see shit, so I'm gonna turn on the... Such a waste of daylight doing shit like this, but I can't. I have no choice. I think there might be illness kind of mechanism as well. Okay, let's try. I'm still very new to the mechanism, sorry guys. Now the firewood is going to burn for longer. Shit, that thing, that tinder is not dry, is it? Let's have a look. It is dry. It should start a fire. I am suffering here. I'm like a fucking prehistoric monkey trying to get fire working for the first time. Okay, we are starting to warm up. Oh, buddy. Okay. We are shitting our pants for the moment. There's a lot of wasted calorie. Let's see what is going on with the attic. The ladder climbing is still a little bit funky. Let's check the status. Okay, it has calories and water. I tried to start a fire in the cabinet. The cabinet, excuse me, did not catch fire. So, yeah, it may not be easy to set hot wood on fire like that. And usually I would find a school backpack already, which is offering a larger area for storage, but in this run I haven't found it yet. So I'm suffering from the lack of capacity in terms of loot as well. Look at this, if you have just a shitty dry bag, there's no way for you to enjoy your life here. I can't even pick up a firewood to keep the fire burning because of the lack of space. I'm going to drop all these shrooms because I can't cook them anyways, and you can just pick them up from the wild. Such a waste of daylight, bro. Well, now it is not a waste because there is a shitty thunderstorm coming. Why can't I pick up this? What the sh... They really need to fix... Okay, now it works. At least I can get in my tool belt. So without properly sized backpack, your survival is going to be very difficult. Let's watch the fire go and raise our body temperature. I was wondering if I can find some wild animals. So far there isn't. To be fair, there is no hunting implements in this game, so I highly doubt in this built version of the game you can hunt just yet or fend for yourself. there's no precise placement of the wood. Let's watch it catch fire, hopefully. Now, there is an interesting thing though. If you have wet things on your person, you eat by, let's say we find shitty cans, right? Let's look at this shitty cans. What is its stats? Its stats is 152 and it is spoiled can of food. If I eat it right now, I get the least benefit because one thing, I'll shit my pants. Secondarily, I don't get the most out of the calories that is stored in the thing. So what I should be doing is, I need a cooking pot. And I need to put it on the cooking pot. I need to precisely put the cooking pot on the electrical stove. I doubt it. That scares me a little bit with that weird sound. So far I can only cook in a cooking pot that is properly placed on the stove. And look at these, right? There are 4 stovetop, right? You have to be very careful about which one you turn on. There was one time I had the cooking pot in the back left side of the hob, right? And I just turned on the front, and then I thought I have got the hob on, and I put food in, I mixed it. I saw the calorie rise in the interface, and I thought, oh fuck me dead, I actually got food going, right? And it wasn't cooked, it was just mixed. So I ate that mixed food without knowing that it is still not cooked, and I got diarrhea. So yes, there is a lot of punishing mechanism you have to learn before you start to be able to travel for longer miles. And you just heard that, right? The cabin is a little bit broken down just now because of the storm. All in all, this place is not too bad. Yeah, there's another window that is broken. Look at this. It's a demonstration. It tells us that you can't stay in a place forever. Yeah, definitely. Right, I'll try. Well, I guess naturally the cabins in the woods, they were degrade. There is no signal, so we are nowhere near to a broadcasting station. I should swap this one out with spoiled can of food, or these are spoiled. Shit. And this is very difficult to do item management, because look at this, right? I tried to put the compass because I'm anticipating adventuring after the rainstorm, but I can't do jack. I have to do this item management because I also know, or I also hope that I could use the radio to pinpoint my escape. So you have to use the ground as a buffer to rearrange your stuff. This fucking cabin is falling apart, bro. Alright, I'll get one more wood here. Looks like the fire is not gonna let up anytime soon. Once again, I tried to build fire, right? I tried to continue the fire, but I can't because of lack of space. So this is a pain in the butt for a while. Why am I stuck here? Right, if the rainstorm does not let up anytime soon, I'm just going to head to bed. Well, not head to bed, I have to shower first. But it's already past my Cinderella time. And this place is falling apart anyways. And I shouldn't die of hunger. And look at this bullshit. I was placing a log onto a dying flame and it could not start a fire. Oh boy. Ooh. Dry trousers. It's going to keep me warm for a little bit, but it's not going to help that much. Right, I can't do jack, bro. This place is foot heavy, but the irony is there is no cooking pot to cook, so I'm stuck with all this junk food. If you can't cook it, you may as well not keep it. So, very important thing about this game is you have to start out finding a bigger backpack, and then you have to have a good sense of bearing. But my gripe about the map system is there's no way to mark the POI that you have already visited. There's no way. So I have some vague understanding that I'm in the south part of the map. But as long as I can't mark it and use, let's say, the slit on the compass to find my way, there's no way of a authentic finding. Because if you can mark it on the map, right? If you can put your compass on the map and you know your current bearing and your intended destination, at least you can find your way back to the previous cabin, right? And if there is a map system that you can write some notes there, then at least you know what kind of materials you have discovered in the cabin. So there's a less of an incentive for people to hoard things as they move around. So I do believe the game still requires some polishing. But anyways, thank you for sticking around, Farad. I feel that I did not give you enough of information of how this game should be played out. You see how kind of like in the dark I am. But I try my best to discover what this game has to offer. But right now it is interesting. As in you have to go through the woods and find POIs and notice whatever that is around you. To find the blackberries, to find the old man's beard, to find the mushroom in the ground. I haven't found a bird nest though. I hope that I could get some eggs in the future. But yeah, there is quite a number of inventory items. You can have better insulation and possibly you can have a longer tracking distance before you can find, you need to find another fire. But so far, all these cans of food are taking up so much space, and a lot of them are spoiled. If you don't have a cooking pot, you're screwed. So maybe a cooking pot is also a required item. And now I realize why the starting house is reminding you with a memo that point to the cooking pot. Because there's not all cabins will have a cooking pot. So strategy, two things. One, the flint. Second, the cooking pot. If you don't have it, you're gonna die out there. But anyways, I'm going to go. But thank you very much for sticking around. I will see you guys tomorrow, Friday. Hopefully I'll be playing a Beneath demo. Right, thank you for the support. I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Farad, have a good day and a good vacation if I don't see you.